One of the other things, because it's important when you're starting a business to set up processes, things like what's going to be your cancellation process, what kind of documents and forms do you want, all of those kinds of how you're going to handle situations as they come up, sort of like your very own policy manual. Because then as situations come up, it's very clear for you to sit there and say, you know, my policy manual says such and that's my policy. Because then you're comfortable with it, you're congruent with what you're saying, you're not just sitting there going, what am I going to do here? And because that way you're having to reinvent the wheel each time that you're making anything happens.
It's also back to boundaries, because if you're not taking good care of yourself and you have a 24-hour policy and people are canceling on you and leaving you with wide open hours that you could be paid for, you are communicating something to the client, like, oh, go ahead and cancel and I won't charge you. Go ahead, no problem, you know, skip it, right? You want to have clear boundaries with your clients, which means boundaries around time, money, space, and your personal data. This is not a sharing, swapping session. They are coming to you for therapy. Don't say me too. You know, and a lot of therapists do that. They think it's helpful to share your story. Don't share your story with your clients, because then it's not a client-therapeutic relationship. There are many times where an example is fantastic, but be careful of stepping over that. I supervise a lot of people who step way over at that. So it doesn't matter if you're a coach or a therapist or a family therapist or whatever. You want to be very, very clear that they're coming to you not to hear about your story.
Many professional bodies have even ethical rules against, quote, dual relationships, and it's just about boundaries, and that's the reason, because it shifts the energy that you're no longer in a therapeutic relationship. That yes, the therapy relationship is a partnership, but that it has boundaries around it and parameters and specific goals within which you operate, which are changed when those boundaries get stepped over.